I'm always telling people to step down. And I think the emotional aspect of the marathon too, you put so much energy into these races, and they take a lot to recover from as well. Whereas if you're training for like 5K, 10K or half, you can do more races, recover quicker, and it's not as taxing as well emotionally. So my coaching is all about not only physical, but the emotional impact as well. So yeah, it's a good question, and I'm always telling people to step down a bit.
Given you're such a competitive person, and you mentioned you're 45 now, how do you go looking at someone like Sinead and Lisa Waitman and what the times they're running? Is it ever just spark and go, hold on a second, if I could get me to St. Moritz for 6 weeks and I'm there?
And in super shoes.
Yeah, and they're both older than me. Yeah. Yeah. So look, I just think they're absolutely fantastic for with what they're doing as well, and managing everything. And look, I think I always think the further you are from being an elite athlete, the longer it takes to get back into that routine, because it's almost your whole life. Like you got to put everything into it to be at that sort of level as well. So I don't know if I could go back to it, but they inspire me because I stopped running competitively when I was 32. Yeah, so that was a long time ago. I feel like London Olympics was ages ago. So but look, sometimes I feel like getting into it more. But look, at the moment, all I've got time for is running with the pram with my 1-year-old. Like, I don't have time to train properly. I'd love to try the moose fart leg, or is that what it's called? I don't know what it is.
Get you back quick. Once a week for about 6 weeks. I reckon Benita could do it. We can get sponsor this.
You want another slab on that?
Road to the road back, we could call it podcast.
Well, my best recent result was 1:33 at Sydney Marathon, and I started with the 2.5 hour group, so I was running 3 people at the start.
Potential's still there.
Benita, thank you. We told you time and we were about half an hour later than that time, so thanks for sitting through a bit more time of the show than you had to. We know you've got a whole lot of different commitments you need to be at today, but a massive thanks on behalf of the Inside Running podcast and the community here today. Seeing someone like you in flesh, I was when you wrote back to my email, I was very quick to screenshot it and send it through to the boys because I was super excited that you're going to be here today in person, and massive thanks for being here.
Thank you, and thanks guys. Thanks.
We're going to whistle through these last 3 segments, boys. I've got a whisper. Well, I don't have a whisper. I want a whisper. I want some details about Brett Robinson's injury. It's worrying me. Big friend of the show, Brett Robinson, by the way. Tried to tune into his podcast and he was having the week off, maybe due to the injury croaks. You come on the podcast after a heart attack. So I'm like...
Not a heart attack, but maybe
heart
surgery.
Heart surgery. We still couldn't get rid of you for the week, so I couldn't get any info there. I'm just concerned. The Olympic marathon for him is 33 days away. I don't know what the injury is. Maybe it's just gone dark on Strava. And then it got me thinking, if he was injured and we've got a 2:08 guy who's just won the Gold Coast Marathon in 62 minutes, can they sub him in? Or once the team's announced, you might know more about this, once the team's locked in the IOC or AOC, what are they? AOC. Australian Olympic Committee. Once it's locked, it's locked?
Don't know. Perhaps there was talk of a sub. You remember when we were listening to the drama around Lisa? Oh, Lisa's a sub.
Yeah, but that was like talking Facebook comments. I don't think that was very reliable.
I'm not sure exactly about that. Maybe Andy would have had to be nominated at some point. Is that right?
I have no idea about this. This is just very much
But then it's probably up to the athlete to say I'm no good for the Olympics.
He might be fine and just off Strava.
But look at Jack last Olympics. Jack was injured going into that. He ran 5K and stepped off.
I'm not sure anyone else was qualified last Olympics, were they?
How big is it with contracts and stuff? And if you start, you become for him it will be a 3-time Olympian? He would have clauses in his contract to start. That could be a big financial hit as well to withdraw. I don't know. I don't have anything locked in, but just keep your eyes on that the next 30 days. Moose on the loose, what do you got this week?
Oh, well, Croak kind of stole my thunder with the UK athletics. I was going to go there. So I'll go to the second preference. I've seen a lot on social media. For some reason, being on holiday when it's raining, you're on social media a lot.
You're always on social media.
Never.
You send me 10 screenshots of influencers a day.
Yeah, but he's the busiest man alive.
What I feel like I'm seeing a lot of at the moment, actually, is I'm being life coached by the 25-year-old influencer who's just discovered that a little bit of discipline in your life can make you a preacher, and how good it is for your body and your mind to start to lock into this discipline sort of lifestyle, or what I should be doing to make more money or to further my career or to build better relationships. But it's always the 25-year-old. Like, I wouldn't mind hearing that from like a 65-year-old successful person. I feel like they're in a good place to tell you that. But they don't have the social media. And yeah, it just frustrates me well, it frustrates me in particular. A lot on social media does. This one here really gets me, though. Like, that someone puts himself up on a pedestal and thinks that they can lecture other people on what they need to be doing to better themselves as people, when all they've really done is sort of just left school for 3 or 4 years.
Very good, very good. Listener question, Croaks. Quick one here.
Yeah, so having been on the Gold Coast for the last few days, it appears most people run up and down the coast. Given you bump into so many people you know, my question is, when should you stop to chat and when should you just acknowledge them and keep running?
It's a good question.
The answer here is, it depends on the person. It always depends on the person whether they're getting a stop or not. So if I run past you, Croaks, I'm going. You get a nod of the hat. Otherwise,
I wouldn't stop anyway.
It would affect his average pace too much if he stops.
Yeah. You want to just pretend you don't see Croaks when you're running past. But I don't it's such a common place. You can't be stopping every day for the same person. Imagine how boring that conversation would be.
Well, I reckon there's some black and white. So if you're in the middle of a session, no brainer. You're not going to stop and chat. You know, you're 3 minutes into your 6-minute rep, Moose. You're not going to stop. So, yeah.
Fair.
For me, like if I'm out for like a steady hour, probably not going to stop unless it's somebody I haven't seen for like a long time. Or no, you're like EP. You call it EP, don't you? The one where
I'm stopping on an easy run if there's a friend who runs past. I'm going to say g'day. I stopped and saw some whales the other day. You would never stop for the whales.
I guess that's why I run. That's why I run in mulligans. I don't see anyone in mulligans. I don't have to stop. I don't like stopping on runs generally. I'm out there to get fit.
I'd stop for nearly everyone.
I'm stopping all the time. But if you stop all the time, your Strava looks like Ned Brockman.
All right. Oh, good from you.
Did you have that planned? Yes, you did.
What about this then? Out and back, right? You got an hour out, hour back. I love stopping at the turnaround and just doing nothing. I'm like, all right, I'm halfway through. How good's this? I get to run home now, but I just get to chill out for maybe 30 seconds. It's a great time of the run. No one else does that?
No one does that.
What, everyone else just turns around?
It's stuff to do, mate. You've got to go to work.
Nah, stop. Take it in.
Okay.
Be in the moment.
We'll put it on a poll, Zaka, this week. When do you stop? When do you not stop? We'll get some listener feedback there. Boys, what's coming up between now and next Monday night when I talk to you? Croaks, you're doing an interview. We've got Paris Diamond League as well. Stewie's running a 3K. Jess Hull and Lyndon Hall are against Faith Kipyegon in a 1,500 metres. So a bit to look out for as well. First time I've seen Stewie race in a while. So maybe we'll be all saying, hey, you should be on the team after a quick 3K. Moose, what are you doing?
Still up here for a couple more days, actually. Hopefully the surf improves.
Yep. Croaks?
I'll be recording from a Melbourne hotel room next week. I'm down there for some testing and an MRI on my heart to see.
You've come a long way, haven't you, in 12 months when you think about that?
Well, it's been a year. It was a year like last week that I was like diagnosed. And
remember he put the pictures on social media? It was like the
gown
open and like things
really,
on him and stuff there.
Really going for it there.
Please comment on my thing. That's good. So that Road to Gold Coast will be also out between, I think that's Thursday morning. That will be out because recording Wednesday night. We do have some special gifts from Lululemon to talk about right now as well. There are 20 times $100 gift vouchers under some random seats in the audience. So if you put your hand under your seat at the moment, you may find one of those $100 gifts.
You got one?
They're there. Good work. Yep.
There's a few empty seats you'd want to be checking.
If there's an empty seat either side of you, I'd be putting your hand under those ones pretty quick.
Look at them all race to the back corner.
Yeah. Hey? Put your hand up if you got one. They were there? Oh, yeah, plenty of... that's not 100. Oh, 20, sorry. 20, 100. I was expecting 100 hands to go up.
There's a whole back corner that's
Yeah. On your way out,
unoccupied.
check a couple of those random empty seats at the very back there. We do have a connection and celebration event up on the rooftop at the moment.
Just explain what that is, because that's...
It's a mingle. There's some catering, some food and drinks as well. There's some music. The rooftop is very well set up. It's a very good environment up there. There's some, there's like chefs, all that stuff's happening.
Your house, this is where you're staying, your bed.
I am,
If
yeah.
you want to go
You can see my
check
little-
out where Brady sleeps.
You don't have to do that. You can see my cabin from up there as well. All the tickets did go for this event. There weren't as many tickets available for that as there were this, so we do understand that some people have missed out. We do also think, though, that some people who do have tickets for that will not turn up, like a couple of seats at the back there, for this kind of setup today as well. So if you do not have a ticket, there'll be a Lululemon employee just out here in the lobby. They're waving to us at the back there. They're the people to see there. They will then, if you want to come up, they're the people to see, and then we'll see how many spots are available after everyone with a ticket rolls in. And then once somebody leaves, there'll be also an opportunity to come back in, just because the rooftop's at capacity and you can only have X amount of people up there. So we're hoping anyone who wants to come will end up getting in. Might be in 5 minutes' time or 25 minutes' time or straight away. So, definitely that's how that procedure is going to work. Thank you to everyone who rocked up today. It is this show only happens because people listen to it. Brands only work with us because a stack of people listen to it. So without you guys, this show doesn't happen. Our Patreon supporters keep the show alive each and every week as well. So the people in the audience who are Patreon supporters, thank you very much as well. Thank you for giving up 2 hours on your Sunday afternoon after you probably escaped from your family for 5+ hours this morning if you're out there on the roads. That's all from us. Thanks for being here. Cheers. See you later. That's episode number 349.